Hey YouTube, this is a fan-written episode that I wrote to theorize some questions I had about Mei and Ty Lee's character backstories. Like, how is Mei so skillful at throwing daggers? And how does Ty Lee know how to chi block her opponents? And where were they and what were they doing during the eclipse? This episode will theorize my answers to these questions, and things like this are what I hope the new live-action Avatar series on Netflix will address in its episodes. I'm thinking about doing a video talking about all the things I as a fan would like to see in the new live-action series. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see a video like that, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the episode.
Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world.
Previously on Avatar.
Yes, I'm a circus freak. Go ahead and laugh all you want. You want to know why I joined the circus? Here we go. Do you have any idea what my home life was like? Growing up with 6 sisters who look exactly like me? It was like I didn't even have my own name. I joined the circus because I was scared of spending the rest of my life as part of a matched set. At least I'm different now. Circus freak is a compliment.
What do you want from me? You want a teary confession about how hard my childhood was? Well, it wasn't. I was a rich only child who got anything I wanted, as long as I behaved, and sat still, and didn't speak unless spoken to. My mother said I had to keep out of trouble. We had my dad's political career to think about.
I'm sorry, Mei. I know I've made some bad choices, but today, I'm gonna set things right. During the meeting, I was the perfect prince, the son my father wanted, but I wasn't me.
Alright, hope you liked that intro. Now I'm just going to read the rest of this episode. Feel free to follow along. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Spec Script, Book 3, Chapter 10.5. The Day of Black Sun, Part 3. Mei and Ty Lee. Act 1. Fade in. Exterior Mei's house, day. Cut to interior Mei's bedroom, day. Mei wakes up in her bed and gets up from her bed. She walks by the portrait of herself and Zuko on the wall. Mei walks out of her bedroom into the living room. Interior living room. Mei's mother, Michi, and her baby brother, Tom Tom, sit in the living room. They turn to look at Mei. Morning, Mei. Mei walks into her archery room. Cut to interior archery room. Mei throws daggers at various dummies and targets that she has put up all over the room. Then, as she's about to throw another one, she sees Tom Tom enter through the door, and she stops. Tom Tom walks over to one of the dummies and grabs one of the daggers stuck in the dummies. Mei looks at Tom Tom with her indifferent expression and calls her mom. Mom! Michi walks into the room and sees Tom Tom playing with the dagger like a sword. Michi gasps and quickly goes over to him. Tom Tom, you can't keep wandering off like that. Michi picks up Tom Tom and takes the dagger away from him. Then she turns to look at Mei. Mei, can you put away all your things? Your Aunt Mura is coming over later today. Michi walks to the door carrying Tom Tom and stops at the doorway. Oh, and can you help me with something in the living room? Michi walks into the living room with Tom Tom. Mei sighs and walks toward the living room. And then we transition to a flashback. The archery room transitions into Mei's old bedroom. Her bed is there, and a 10-year-old Mei sits at the small desk and writes on a scroll doing schoolwork. Mei's bedroom door is open, and her mother calls her. Mei! Mei looks up from her desk and sees Michi standing in the doorway. Hurry up and get dressed. We're about to leave in 10 minutes, and we all need to look and act our best. Mei sighs. And none of that sass. Michi walks away. Mei gets up from the desk and walks to her closet. She slides the door open and looks at her clothing. Cut to interior view of the closet. May grabs and pulls out a nice formal kimono. She closes the closet door and we cut to exterior mansion by the woods. Night. Cut to interior of the mansion, dining room. May and her parents sit together at a table with a high-ranking Fire Nation government official and his wife and 24-year-old daughter. May looks down at a bowl of rice and eats with chopsticks, very proper and well-mannered. May's dad, Ukano, and the official laugh together, getting along. The official and Ukano raise their cups. I expect great things from you, Ukano. Thank you, sir. They clink their cups together and take a sip from their cups. You're very well qualified. You have a nice family. Thank you. How old is your daughter now? She's 10 years old, and she's attending the Royal Fire Nation Academy for Girls. Ah, yes. My Dahlia went there when she was her age. May looks at Dahlia, the official's daughter, and wonders if that is what her future will look like. May becomes irritated and dismayed by the prospect and looks at her father. Excuse me, father. May I please be excused? Yes, you may. May gets up from the table and bows to the official. Thank you for your hospitality, sir. May walks out of the dining room. Cut to exterior woods, night. May throws a dagger into a tree that's about 15 feet away. A bag of daggers is placed on top of a log next to May. She grabs another dagger and throws it at the tree. The dagger misses the tree and flies past it further into the woods. May sighs and wanders further into the woods looking for the dagger and stumbles upon a nest with large eggs. She sees her dagger on the ground next to it and picks it up. Then she hears a loud growl from behind her. Towering behind her is a large Platapus-Bear growling. May freezes, scared stiff, and sees the bear's shadow on the ground. Ah! May quickly starts running away without even looking behind her. May runs down a little hill, and then she trips over a large tree root. She sees the bear start closing in on her, and she closes her eyes, screaming. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of arrows fly through the air with a net and trap the bear in the net. The Yuyan archers jump down from the trees and shoot more arrows with ropes. The arrows land in one of the high branches in a tree, and the archers pull the bear in the net up high and dangle it from the tree. May uncovers her eyes and sees the archers cut the net and let the bear out. The bear growls at them, and then May sees a couple of the archers stand in front of her, forming like a wall, pointing their bow and arrows at the bear. The Yuyan archers stare directly into the eyes of the bear. The bear growls at them and goes back to its nest. The Yuyan archers put their arrows over their shoulders, back in their quivers. They turn and look at May sitting on the ground. One archer holds out his hand to help her stand up. May takes his hand and stands up. Then the archer motions for her to follow them. May follows them to a small campsite. Exterior of the woods, campsite. May sees a bunch of other male Yuyan archers, mostly men, but sees one young boy who is her age taking practice shots at a target with a few couple other archers. The archers all stop taking practice shots and look at May. May looks around confused about what's going on and why they brought her here. The archer looks at May and then points at one of the targets they were aiming at. Then the head archer pulls out an arrow and shoots it at the target and hits the bullseye. Then he nods at another archer standing behind May. May looks at the other archer walk over to her and holds out her bag of daggers that she left behind when she ran away from the bear. May takes back her bag, and the archer hands her one of her daggers and gestures to her to throw it at one of the targets that's about 25 feet away. May puts her bag down and throws the dagger at the target. She misses the target completely. Then the head archer hands her another one of her daggers and adjusts her grip and technique. He shows her the proper technique to throw and aim with pinpoint accuracy. After several practice throws, May throws a dagger and hits the bullseye. She smiles slightly and feels proud of herself for a brief second. Then they all suddenly hear May's mother calling her. May! Oh, May! One archer standing by the targets pulls out the daggers and throws them back to the head archer, who effortlessly catches them. He puts them back inside of May's bag and hands the bag back to her. The rest of the other Yuyan archers in the background immediately start breaking down their campsite and targets. They pack everything up in a matter of seconds and disappear quickly into the woods. The head Yuyan archer waves goodbye to May and runs quickly into the woods. May puts the bag of daggers into her pocket and quickly runs towards her mother calling for her. Michi off screen. May! And then we flash back, match cut to interior May's house living room, present day. May! May sits on the couch and looks over her shoulder at her mom and Aunt Mura sitting at a table playing Pai Sho. Do you want to play with us? No thanks. I think I'm gonna go to Ty Lee's. Maybe she'll have something not boring we could do. May gets up from the couch. But May, the Fire Lord has ordered all the citizens to stay inside during the eclipse. Everyone's firebending won't work during the eclipse. Well, then it's a good thing I'm not a firebender. But if something happens, they won't be able to protect you. Thanks, but I can take care of myself. I'll come back later. May walks over to the front door. Be careful, May. Exterior May's house. May walks outside and closes the front door. Then she walks out of frame. End of Act 1. Act 2. Exterior Ty Lee's house, day. Cut to interior Ty Lee's house, Ty Lee's room. Ty Lee plays with her 2 younger cousins. They're 5-year-old twin girls. Ty Lee sits on her bed and watches them playing. Hey, Ty Lee, watch me, watch me. Ty Lee's cousin does a cartwheel in front of her. Ty Lee smiles and applauds. Wow, I can do it too. Ty Lee's other cousin does a cartwheel. Very good. Can you do it, Ty Lee? Yeah, I can do it with one hand. Wanna see? Yeah. Ty Lee gets up from her bed and does a one-handed cartwheel for them. Her cousins clap and hug each other, giggling. Wow, you're awesome, Ty Lee. Thanks. Come on, let's promise that we'll each do that one day. Yeah. The twins high-five each other, jumping in the air. Ty Lee looks at them and smiles. Ty Lee giggles. You guys really have fun together, don't you? Yeah, that's great. Ty Lee's mother off screen. Girls, lunch is ready. The twins run quickly toward the living room. Ty Lee smiles watching them go, and she goes toward the living room. She walks out of her room, and then we flash back to some time before Ty Lee left to join the circus. Interior Ty Lee's house, living room, day. Ty Lee sits at a table with her hand on her chin and her elbow on the table, looking very annoyed, listening to her sisters arguing and bickering with each other. Ty Lee gets up from the table, tired of listening to them argue, and walks out of her house. Exterior Ty Lee's house. Ty Lee walks over to the building next door where her dad has a massage acupuncture business. She goes inside through the door. Interior Ty Lee's dad's building. Ty Lee walks inside. Hey, Dad. Ty Lee stands in the doorway and sees her dad working on one of his patients, lying on the table with a bunch of little needles stuck in him. Oh, sorry. I'll come back later. Ty Lee starts to leave. No, it's fine. Come in. I could use your help. Okay. Ty Lee walks over to her dad. You remember what I taught you? Yeah. Cut to a while later. The patient walks out and Ty Lee's dad waves goodbye. Have a nice day. Ty Lee helps her dad put back all the needles in a jar. Ty Lee's dad walks over to her. So, do you think you might want to do what I do? Dad, this is great and all, but I don't think I want to be an acupuncturist like you. Oh, well, that's okay. I'm sure that whatever you decide to do, you will be great at it. So what do you want to do, Ty Lee? I want to be... Before Ty Lee can say, one of her sisters barges in saying, Dad, Ty Lin and Ty Lu are fighting again. Then Ty Lee's dad quickly walks out of the building with her sister. Ty Lee watches them leave and feels sad and angry. Ty Lee walks outside. Exterior Ty Lee's dad's building. Ty Lee walks over to the town square. Exterior town square. Ty Lee walks over to a bench and sits down by herself. Ty Lee, feeling sad, starts crying. Then a group of 3 girls walk by Ty Lee and see her crying. The girls start teasing and bullying her. Look guys, Ty Lee is crying again. The 3 girls start laughing at her. What are you crying about this time, huh? Leave me alone. The girls walk closer to Ty Lee. I bet she's just crying for attention. There's nothing wrong with her. Geez, what a drama queen crybaby. Then one girl grabs and takes Ty Lee's pink ribbon out of her hair. The girls quickly step back from Ty Lee. Hey, give that back. The 3 girls toss her ribbon around in a circle. Oh, you want this? Then the girl holds the ribbon over her head and squeezes it. The girl firebends the ribbon and sets it on fire. No! Ty Lee tries to reach and take it back, but the girl throws the ribbon on the floor. Ty Lee runs and stomps out the fire. She puts the fire out and picks up her burnt ribbon. Ty Lee dusts off her ribbon and ties her hair with it again. Ew! Ty Lee growls angrily at them and takes a fighting stance which makes the girls laugh. Then Ty Lee does a high flip over their heads and hits the girl on her shoulders. Ow! The girl tries to firebend at Ty Lee, but it doesn't work. What? What did you do? I blocked your chi. But don't worry, your bending will come back. Eventually. Or maybe not. Ty Lee smirks at the girl. You freak. Come on, let's just go. The 3 girls turn around and walk away. Ty Lee walks home. Cut to interior Ty Lee's bedroom. Ty Lee starts packing a bag to leave. Cut to Tylee finishes packing and hears her sisters calling her. Tylee! Tylee! Tylee takes her bag and goes out her window. And then we transition back to present day. Interior Tylee's house living room. Present day. Tylee's mom. Tylee? Tylee plays with her cousins and looks up at her mom calling her. Huh? Can you go see who's at the door? Tylee goes to the front door and opens it. Tylee sees May and gasps surprised. May! Tylee hugs her. Hey, what's going on? Come on, come in. I'll introduce you to my cousins. Tylee pulls May quickly inside before May has a chance to say anything. Wait a second. Tylee closes the front door and Act 2. Act 3. Fade in. Exterior Tylee's house, day. May sits at the dining table with Tylee and her mom, aunt, and twin cousins. Tylee's aunt. So, May, what do you like to do for fun? I like throwing knives. Then there's a 5-second awkward silence. Tylee smiles awkwardly, looking around. She's really good at it, too. There's another moment of awkward silence, and Tylee thinks of something to say to break the silence. And she's dating the Prince of the Fire Nation. Tylee's aunt intrigued. Oh, really? May gives Tylee a mean look. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Tylee's mom looks at May and smiles. Tylee's mom. Are you happy? She's happier than I've ever seen her, which is not really saying a lot now that I think about it. Tylee laughs. May punches Tylee in her arm. Ow! But before Tylee can retort, they all suddenly hear a loud horn blowing outside. They look out the window and see an emissary from the royal palace riding in on an ostrich horse. May, Tylee, and everyone else walk outside and see other people walk out of their homes. Attention, everyone! I bring word from the Fire Lord. My fellow citizens, we have achieved victory. We have defeated the invasion force and captured the remaining forces. The crowd of people cheer loudly. You're all free to go on about your day. Thank you. May and Tylee look at each other, not surprised by the news. Wow, look up there! Tylee's cousin points up in the sky. May and Tylee look up in the sky and see a flying bison flying away. The Avatar. May looks uninterested. The crowd of people start murmuring, the Avatar's alive. May then thinks, well, that's my cue to get out of here. Well, I'll see you later, Tylee. What? Are you leaving already? Yep, Tylee realizing. Oh, I get it. You're gonna go see Zuko now, aren't you? Shut up. Tylee laughs and May starts walking away. Tylee's mom waving. Bye, May. Come back soon, okay? Twins. Bye, May. May sees the twins waving and she reluctantly waves goodbye back to the twins. Tylee's cousin points up in the sky. Hey, I wonder where that balloon is going. Tylee looks up in the sky and sees a Fire Nation balloon flying away in the direction that the flying bison was flying. Tylee wonders where it's going also. Transition cut to interior May's bedroom. May walks into her bedroom past the portrait on the wall of herself and Zuko. She sees a scroll sitting on top of her bed. Mom, did someone come by? May sits on her bed and picks up the scroll. She unrolls the scroll and starts reading it. In the background, May's mom, Michi, walks in the doorway of May's bedroom. What was that, May? May looks at the scroll speechless. Is everything okay? May then has a tear roll down her cheek and lands on the scroll where it reads, Zuko. End of the episode. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like and share this video and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, if any of you guys are interested in becoming writers or are interested in writing, I have another channel where I talk about writing novels and screenplays and fiction. If you've never written anything before and are thinking about doing it, please go watch those videos. Here's the link. And I have all those videos in Spanish too. Así que si te interesa escribir, ve a mi canal y check it out. Thanks guys. Bye.